Okay, I'm at Richmond pickleball courts, and I'm with Tom Dix, man. Tom is going to tell you how he made this happen.
Good morning. I've lived in Richmond my whole life, and I winter in Florida in the wintertime, and I learned to play pickleball down in Florida, and I came home then in the spring to Richmond, and there was no pickleball courts, so I called our parks department, and I said, oh, why don't you build us a pickleball court? And they said, oh, we'd love to, but we don't have any money. So I formed a committee of 10 people, and we raised the money that we needed to build these courts, and we built 8 courts. And at the time, everybody said, oh, let's just do 4. We wouldn't have to raise as much money. And I said, no, if I'm involved, I want 8 because I know we'll have a need for it. And sure enough, today we need another 8 courts. But we raised $159,000.
And how did you know how much to raise?
I went out and got a bid from a contractor out of Indianapolis to come over to quote doing the job, so I knew how much it took to do the whole job.
And did that include the fencing and all that?
Yes, it included putting the fencing in, the 8 courts, and the lights. We have lit courts. Now, what you need to keep in mind, I got some of it donated. There was an old tennis court on this site that no one ever used because nobody plays tennis anymore. So the city street department came in and tore up the old tennis court and then hauled in new gravel for me and packed the new gravel, and that was all donated by the city.
Okay.
And then we paid for all the paving, the striping of the courts, the fencing, and the telephone poles for the lighting around the courts. That was donated to us by Richmond Power and Light because our electric company here in Richmond is owned by the city. So the city in reality donated the telephone poles, but I had to pay for the light fixtures to put on top of them.
Sure.
So it took us $159,000 to do the whole project with cash. In reality, if I had to pay for everything from start to the end, if the city hadn't have come in and removed the old court and stuff, I probably would have needed maybe $250,000. Back when I did these courts, at the time it was costing around $21,000 per court to install a court. Today, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to guess it's probably more like $30,000 today.
Yes, yes.
But it's here in the city park. After we got them built, we then donated the courts to the city, but we told the city that we would raise the money, our club would, to keep them maintained so it wouldn't cost the taxpayers of the community any tax money. So we do tournaments and things like that and charge an entry fee to be in the tournaments, and we have our own bank account, and we accumulate money in there because about every 5 years you have to resurface the courts.
Yes.
And we had to redo ours about 4 years ago, and it cost $32,000 to have somebody come in and resurface and repaint the courts.
And you did all 8 of them?
Yes.
Okay. From what was the date when you went to the Parks Department to talk to them?
Oh gosh,
What year do you think?
It's been probably 12 years ago, and they thought I was crazy when I said, well, if I raise the money, will you let me build it in one of the city parks? And I said, I'll do anything to get a pickleball court, so if I have to raise the money to do that, I would. And I raised 80% of the money myself. I used to be a county commissioner, and I know a lot of people.
Okay.
So I called everybody I knew who could afford to give me $500 or $1,000.
What would you say was the biggest donor? I know REMC donated like 5,000. I talked to an REMC guy.
Right. The largest donor at the time of raising the money was our hospital. I went to them and I said, hey, this is for keeping people healthy, and it's for the seniors in the community. You ought to be a part of this. Of course, at the time when I started this, no one knew what pickleball was. So I was kind of fighting a battle with just trying to educate people on what pickleball was. So at the time, Reed Hospital gave me $5,000. That was my largest donation.
Oh, good.
The Wayne County Tourism Office gave me $3,000 because I told them that we would bring people in from surrounding areas.
You're right.
And while they're here playing pickleball, they're going to buy gas or buy food at restaurant. And sure enough, that is happening. We have people coming in from Ohio playing here. Actually, as we're out here today, I see 3 people from Ohio that drive all the way over here to play pickleball.
Yeah.
And the reason people will come here, because the more courts you have, the more people can play, and there's more people to play with.
Yes.
And no other community in our area has this many courts. So most people in the surrounding areas might drive 30 minutes, 45 minutes to come here to play because they know there's going to be a bunch of players.
Yes. Oh, that's that. I think. So from the first time you talked to them to the completion of the project, how long would you say it took? Was it 2 years?
No, we raised all the money and had them all built within 1 year.
Yikes.
I'm a taskmaster. I don't like to
yes.
waste time.
I described you as just a guy, and that was kind of short, selling you a bit short. Tom Dickman is more than just a guy. Well, thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.